Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, words my brethren all around the world watching this video. Hope you're having a great day today, wherever you're tuning in from. Do yourself a damn favor, hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. Okay, we're gonna talk big news today in the world of boxing because this is the news for the day. So we're gonna get into the news for the day. Okay, it's the biggest story in boxing for the day. Al Mother Loving Haymon has signed a 3-year deal for PBC to partner up with UK media giant ITV, and he's going to be bringing PBC over to the UK. So let me first start off by saying, as someone who has been covering boxing on YouTube for a couple years now, this is not surprising. I remember there was articles a couple years ago, and even probably even last year, where there was a lot of talk of Al Haymon going to the UK. So this has actually been years in the making. I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier, but it's good to see that they finally got it over the line. And to have boxing on ITV, I don't want to say it's a big deal and I'm gonna tell you why. Because PBC when it first started out was a big deal, but because they mismanaged the majority of the 500 million from Waddell and Reed, that's why almost all PBC fights have been moved to Showtime. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that that they failed or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, the goal and the way PBC was sold to the public when it first came out was free boxing for all, right? Boxing back on network television, kind of like the old days, just like it was when Ali used to fight Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. That was the angle they were going to. But what happened was there was horrible, gross mismatch after gross mismatch after gross mismatch. Overpaying fighters on top of it, so he couldn't get the big fights at the kind of volume he needed to make PBC come off as this great product for boxing. And that's why they lost the money so quickly. That's why now they're on Showtime, and they're still putting on good fights, but Showtime is putting up most of the money. Showtime putting up most of the money, So you gotta look at it like that. And now he's going to ITV, and it could be a big thing. I'm not gonna say it'll be bad. It could be a very good thing because now he can now offer. Haymon can now offer fighters that something Eddie Hearn could only offer in boxing, which is the ability to fight in America or the UK markets, because that's what made signing with Eddie Hearn, DAZN, and Matchroom Boxing so unique, is that they could offer both those things. But because Al Haymon offers this, it makes things a lot more interesting, and it takes away the uniqueness of what Eddie Hearn could offer. That's how I look at it, at least, right? So there's that. And let's call a spade here on True School Sports. Al Haymon is a man who knows the game, but I look at the last 3 years. I look at the infancy stages of PBC to where PBC is now, right? PBC's main angle when they first started in boxing was free boxing for all. Boxing is back on network television. You fast forward 3 years, almost going 4 years later, and now PBC, almost all big PBC fights are being put on pay-per-view on Showtime. So it's a complete 180. And I can't really sit here and say that many other fighters have gotten any bigger than they were when they signed them, to be honest with you. So with that being said, man, this whole thing with ITV, it could be a good thing only and it's dependent upon, the quality of matches. What kind of matches is Al Haymon going to be putting on? Will we be getting a lot of good fights? Will fighters be active? Will he box them often? These are the things that we need to be asking ourselves. But if we go by Al Haymon's track record, the answer to this question, to most of those questions I just asked, is probably no. But I want to see. I'm going to be optimistic and hope that he does put on some great fights, because I want to see great fights. I don't care if Eddie Hearn puts on great fights. I don't care if Bob Hearn puts on great fights. I don't care if your mom puts on great fights. I want to see great fights. I'm a fight fan. Okay, that's why I cover boxing here on True School, because I love great fights. So he's got a unique opportunity, because UK fans are the best in boxing, no doubt about it. Just from looking at my numbers here on YouTube and my demographics, they support boxing. And if he can't make it there, he can't make it anywhere, straight up and down. So the other thing that I find interesting about this is that, now that he's officially in the UK market, now he's really competitors with Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn, I would say for the last 2 years and some change, has had boxing in the UK in a Cobra clutch. He's been running boxing in the UK. It seemed as if almost all the big and important fights that happen in the UK were matchroom boxing fights. But now things are starting to not look so bright for Eddie Hearn. From at the moment, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder had a great fight. People are talking about them a lot more right now. Now Al Haymon's in your neighborhood, and Al Haymon, I would be led to believe he's going to want to try to compete with Eddie Hearn, and he's going to want to put on good fights, and he's going to do what he's done in the past, which is pay his boxers a shit ton of money to probably fight in fights that aren't worth whatever he's going to pay them, and they're going to go for it. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I've seen videos here on YouTube where people from the LDBC and that side of things where they've said like, oh well, and Eddie Hearn's is crying tears, and Al Haymon did this and Al Haymon did that. Look, what Al Haymon did with ITV is a very good move. Signing a 3-year deal to bring PBC shows to the UK. That's no small thing, but it's still going to be dependent upon what are going to be the big matches he's going to put on. What kind of level of fights he's going to be putting on. Because I'll tell you right now, if he goes out there putting on bullshit like Peter Quillen versus Michael Zarafa, or Jamal Charlo versus Cornelius Canine Bundridge, or I don't know. Let's see what's another mismatch. Arizeni Lara versus Jan Zevic, or Arizeni Lara versus Yuri Foreman. Stuff like that. It's going to keep PBC in the UK very stagnant. I'm sure they'll sell tickets. They'll have some good shows definitely in the beginning, but quality, it has to be about quality. Quality wins. The quantity is when quality wins. So if Al Haymon could put on high quality fights in the UK at a good steady volume, fair play to him. The way I look at everything is like I don't even want to look at it as like him competing with Eddie Hearn, because really, truthfully, he can't compete with Eddie Hearn in the UK. Straight up and down, he can't. Eddie has the Sky Sports backing him, which is like massive. He's got Anthony Joshua, the cash cow of British boxing, and he's a heavyweight at that too. And yeah, like straight up and down, until Anthony Joshua loses, I don't really see a way him and why Eddie should be worried. And even if Eddie Joshua lost, fact of the matter, he's an important big name heavyweight, can sell 90,000 tickets, and he's got Sky Sports backing him, which is probably the biggest network in the entire UK. So when you factor all that in, it's not about Al Haymon competing with Eddie Hearn. I think it's just about Al Haymon expanding the PBC brand, expanding his product, and the way I look at it is, this is his chance to rewrite the wrongs of the infancy stages of PBC here in the States. Because here in the States, Waddell and Reed gave him an excess of $500 million. So he needs to really, more than anything, what he really needs to do is just put on high quality fights and make the British fight fans say, man, Eddie Hearn just charges money to watch Lawrence Coley versus Isaac Chamberlain. What the hell is going on with this guy? We got Al Haymon over here putting in these great fights on for free. So I'm just saying, man. I know there's a big segment of UK boxing fans that don't like Eddie Hearn because of sometimes he may try to put certain fights on pay-per-view that people don't want to pay money for, and people don't like that. So he has a chance to really, really get his foot in the door and do some great things there. I look forward to seeing what he does. And that's just my overall take on the whole thing. So let me know what you guys think, man. Al Haymon officially sticks his door in the UK. No, it's not sticks his door. Sticks his foot in the door of the UK boxing market. And, yeah, man. Be bringing PBC fighters to the UK. So let me know what you guys think about it. My UK fans, give me your perspective, because I'm speaking from the American side perspective of things. I want to hear the UK perspective of things, like my UK subscribers, because I know I got quite a few of them. Let me know in the comments down below, like, what do you think about Al Haymon bringing PBC to the UK and striking this deal with ITV? Do you look at it as a good thing? Is it a bad thing? And what do you think this means for Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua, and that side of the pond moving forward? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single gosh darn video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.